was billed as the ultimate sports podcast.
I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time.
Everybody has been waiting.
I'm God gifted.
He's a bull. I'm the matador.
This is the Weekend Guy Podcast, and it begins now.
Like Usia, to see Usia creating that nice try for Malcolm Martin.
What a legend.
Yeah, man.
What a legend. And shout out to the Springboks medical team, guys.
I think I said to you last week that those guys need a PhD in medicine.
Listen,
God damn.
listen.
Even the guy who operated on his leg.
Yeah, they're working miracles. Because after his injury at the Sharks, I thought that was the World Cup done.
Because it was, the injury was at that level, that would say he needed like 9 months to come back. Yeah. But shout out to the South African medical fraternity, not even the staff, the fraternity, the Cape Town specialist who operated in his leg, and for him to come back and to play at that level. That 40 minutes, that's what we're going to get most anyway for now. And it's fine for now because we've got a bomb squad bench coming in.
Indeed.
So even
and we
in
expect the same
match,
versus New Zealand again.
come in 40 minutes and then go
match fitness.
Go rest. Did you see him chase that winger?
Listen.
That chase down.
I thought that man was gone.
Yeah. And he chased him and I'm like, okay, the knee is performing all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usia Wamfecha.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, wow, he's back.
Indeed.
And he's our emotional, they call him our emotional leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got to speak to the heart.
No, even when he's in the team just looks different.
True.
Yeah. They look to him for leadership and like now it's like there's no doubt who to look for and he leads by example.
Indeed. And also, looking back in team sports, usually they always say play for the badge, right?
Yeah.
But more often than not, it's your brothers next to you, your sisters next to you that you play for. And if you have someone who leads by example and is putting it all out on the line, as a teammate, it's easy to follow someone like that into battle.
He killed it. I mean, even in New Zealand, he was training today.
Yeah.
When the New Zealand announced the team, so they announced on Wednesday tomorrow because it's Friday. They said they were happy to see him back, first of all.
True, I think World Rugby in general was
happy to see him back. And they saw the impact of him being back, the way the team. So obviously they were watching the World game because they were not playing on the weekend. They were watching the performance and they're like, okay, when Sia's back,
these boys move differently.
It's a whole new different Springbok.
Yeah.
And he said himself that, the teammates gave him confidence to say, dude, trust the knee.
Yeah. Because he's put in the work prior. He's put in the work.
And you've seen it on Instagram and seen it all over that he's been putting in the work. So it's like, okay.
And do you know what? It's inspiring, and I just hope this is part of the story for us to go back to back.
Back to back.
Because look,
not yet. If Ulukanyo and Paul come back, then
you call it back to back.
I come back.
I'm still calling back to back based on our depth.
My only question is, why would Rasi keep Pollard and then in the team if they're going to bring how?
You want to give them as many opportunities as possible.
To do what? Because they're fit.
To help them recover and also stay in the system so that they are privy to everything.
No, there's something going on there. There has to be. There's still time to change the team anyway.
Yeah.
And we won't be disappointed. Let me open a beer as well. I'll cut this part off. Okay. Yeah, but we won't be disappointed if they... Okay, I'm going to talk because... Yeah.
Why would they keep them there?
Yes, why?
Why would they keep them there? I think also part of the recovery process, when someone has an opportunity or a minimum chance to make it back, you want them to be up to speed in terms of what's been happening within the system and within the team, so that once or if they get the green light, you're not starting them from scratch and integrating them into the team. But I also think they're senior and influential figures, right?
And remember, Uduka is literally the captain of the backline defense.
So, for example, having Lucanio there, right, eases Kanan's integration into center. When they're sitting down and having debriefs, having that voice in the debrief as the backline team also makes a difference. And I think more than anything else, if Pollard won't be fit for the World Cup, he's there to ensure that Mane is ready for the gauntlet he'll be facing in the World Cup. You know, because if there's one guy who knows what it takes to win the World Cup as a Flav, it's Andre.
But let's go back to what we've seen Oras and how they do things. Oras are very loyal to their players.
Yeah, no doubt.
They would not have them there if they're not going to come back. I'm telling you right now.
You're calling it.
Those guys, we don't win the World Cup without those two guys. We don't. If those two guys come back, because remember, at 5, the caller, the aerial expert, Franco Mostert is there to replace this guy. Who's this guy? Lord Diaga.
Yeah.
Franco Mostert has always been able to play the lock roles, the caller of the lineouts. Yeah. So he can play that role. So we covered there.
Yeah.
Arge can play 4 and 5. So but locks who can move around. That's what I'm saying.
To cover Marvin Ori's
or ever, yeah. So we've to cover. So it's not really a blow.
Yeah.
But in the back line, Pollard with the kicking, looking at Manili Post kicking.
It wasn't impressive.
It
wasn't impressive.
You have to have Pollard there, Nagandan. Because remember, World Cup is never won with the ball in hands. World Cup final, you need kickers.
And
keep the
me,
scoreboard
I've
ticking.
got faith that Mane's kicking will click.
There is a discussion that they should bring in his Thomas kicking coach. It doesn't make sense though.
Look,
so that
he's
he
a
becomes
professional,
more comfortable.
No, he's a professional. I'm backing him. I'm backing him 100%.
Yeah.
He's gonna come right and look. He's gonna win us the World Cup with that right foot of his. So
as long as Lukanyo is
I
not
have
there,
no issues.
Pollard is not there, quarterfinal for me, we're out.
Jan?
If we don't, if we meet the current France, no, we're going past quarterfinal. Okay, no, because of the France injury to the World Cup. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because of the Intermark injury to France, so I'm hoping that we play because New Zealand is going past France in the first game anyway.
Yeah.
So if we play France in the quarterfinals, we're making final,
Okay.
but we're not beating New Zealand in the final. If we don't have all of them,
Mane's gonna deliver.
no, not even.
Mane is gonna deliver.
Mane is a future for the next World Cup. He's not our go-to guy.
Right now.
Yeah, we can't. Promise
So,
you, we can't. You cannot go
Mane
into a World Cup with
when you watch the Weekend Guy podcast there and you've got that World Cup winners medal, just know I backed you from the beginning.
We'll see.
I
We'll
backed
see.
him.
We'll
I
see.
backed him.
Otherwise, on the rest of the players, everything's going well. Ooh, people are getting fitter and fitter and fitter.
Yes, that's true.
People are peaking at the time we've been discussing. Remember we said there's that whole 80. If you're playing weight, it's 80.
Yeah.
We're about 5 games in now. No?
Yeah.
So I think people are going to play 5 games in. Now they're like peaking.
Peaking.
It's been calculated. And this is what people don't understand is that some players' forms have been timed to peak at the World Cup.
True.
Like first game, Scotland. Ooh, Jasper's going to be peaking.
Yeah.
Because we need to give him
some
time to peak. And then, but the timing of the peaking. So Udwayne has been given the first half to peak early. Peter Steph is picked early, and but the
Set
nice
the
thing
foundation.
but the nice thing about them is that when they peak, they can maintain the peak
for
at playing
long
weight.
time.
Yeah. So Jasper has been given because he had a baby. He picked New Zealand, skipped Argentina 1, played Argentina 2, and now he's played Wales. He's going to play New Zealand.
Yeah, because
From the bench.
I'm looking at the bomb squad right now, right? We've got Bongi, Trevor, Arge, Ox, and Jean Klein, as well as Marco van Staden. So we've got a 5-2 split.
6-2.
Oh, yes, 6-2. Thank you for the correction. Then. So it's obvious that we're trying something different to the first game in New Zealand, with the different bomb squad. Right? So your predictions, do you rate that the first
Scotland,
8? No. I'm still focusing on New Zealand this Friday.
Okay.
I don't want to look too
far ahead.
Yeah. That what do you think the tactic or the instruction is for our forwards come Friday?
The same. So if you look at what we have on the bench, so what's happening with especially Ukichi, I think Ukichi is like 6 matches into it? Like played every match now. So he's played every match. Malcolm's starting his 3rd one in a row, I think, at Hoka.
Yeah.
Okay, his second one, because he played last week and now he's starting again this week.
Yeah.
When he's coming from the bench.
Yeah.
So now we're doing the typical thing we do as Springboks, that any player can play at any time. So we can just swap around the bomb squad and so
Sure.
on. Yeah. So this means that the only person we need to get into K is Trevor.
Yeah.
He's playing this week. He played New Zealand. I don't know. Did he play them last time? He didn't play. He didn't
No,
go.
he didn't.
Ox is not there, Mos.
Oxys.
It's here.
He's on the bench.
So he's the second unit.
Yeah.
So it's that thing of interchanging units now. Like, okay, Ox played well last week.
Yes, he
After,
did.
so some players are quick to get into gear because he's still young.
Yeah.
He's younger than the other guy.
The other guys, that's
So he's quick to get into gear. So now they are perfecting now the different combinations which they're going to play at different teams. So remember I said to you that if you're going to play a player at the World Cup, they need to have the New Zealand test.
Yeah.
They're giving everyone the New Zealand test now. This
say,
season,
hey, this is the
no one
litmus
has.
test.
Yeah, after this game, I think everyone would have played New Zealand. And this is going to be a different game from the first New Zealand game.
Yeah, because you know when you say that, I look at our backline, and it's a totally new combination for us. You know, for me, seeing
F. Tazen is getting the New Zealand test.
indeed,
He didn't get it last time.
no, it didn't.
So everyone is getting the New Zealand test. Like everyone literally needs to get the New Zealand test before they go into the World Cup.
True, and like you called it on our previous podcast.
Yeah.
You know, I think this is the World Cup litmus test that
Yeah.
if you are going to be in this World Cup squad and perform in the World Cup, you have to play New Zealand.
New Zealand.
You have to
And
play
if
New
they
Zealand.
play well here, just keep them to a restricted score. The match is going to be way different from what we saw last time.
100%.
Way different. And it's going to be closer. Because now they're fitter.
Yeah.
And now they are more bruised in game time now.
Mm.
It's going to be a totally different game from what New Zealand's going to. And New Zealand's going to pick a team which is going to be a little bit different from the last time, but still tough, but still strong. And
Because
it's going to
pride
be
is on the line too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
also
of
want to
course.
get that mental, what do I call it? Mental front foot.
Yeah, and this puts both teams. For me, this game, the fact that they actually chose to play this game at this time,
Yeah.
puts both teams on a path to the final again. You understand what I'm saying?
True.
Because based on remember, you can't face New Zealand like 2 weeks before the World Cup, and the New Zealand can't face Springboks 2 weeks before the World Cup because you risk injuries and so on and so on.
Yeah, but both unions were like, this is a money making.
Yeah, it's a money-making scheme, and
it's
it's still sharpen steel, ultimate game in world rugby,
yeah,
and we should see
and it's in
fireworks.
Europe, so
And plus, nice things on a Friday, 7:30 at night.
ooh,
So
we
the
start
UK
our
people,
weekend proper.
the UK people come out of work to watch the game because it's 6:30 for them. Yeah, so they come out to watch the game. So it's going to be a great test in European conditions, and sharpening our players to actually everyone getting the bite of New Zealand. So we go into the World Cup against Scotland. We're going to be fire.
Yeah, true.
We've played how many games going to the World Cup? 4,
You're
3
saying 3 years.
3 RC Rugby Championship. We
Yeah.
played Argentina,
Yeah,
Wales, New
and
Zealand.
now- so
Six games
Six.
going to the World Cup. And the other teams have played how many? Your France has played like 3 games.
Yeah.
Ireland has played 3 games.
Yeah.
New Zealand's played 5 games because they never played. They're one
That's
game less
okay,
than us. Yeah. So everyone's going to the game because we've got in this 2 weeks. We're going to Spain or France, but
Yeah.
in the hot islands, the hot side
Yeah.
of France, where they're going to be doing the whole 6-pack thing.
So the ladies, watch out for this.
Watch out for these
photo.
pictures.
It's
Yeah, the
coming.
next 2 weeks is going to be like the
Coming.
6-pack era. They're going to get fit like crazy, and then when the World Cup starts, everyone's got
They're
game
gonna be ready.
time. They
They're
look
gonna be
ripped like crazy.
They're gonna be ready.
Fit as so imagine if they can get to see her playing in 3 months.
What they can do.
What can they do to get the other guys fit for match play? We've played 6 games.
Yeah,
Going
they're
into-
gonna be peaking at the
They're
right
peaking
time.
at the right time. That's always been the scenario of getting the players to peak at the right time. So I think you are going to get back your Lukanyos at some point because they are already in the system.
Crossing fingers for the boys to
Lukanya,
recover,
Pollard,
but if they don't, our squad depth is good enough.
Yeah, look, whoever is sacrificed, it doesn't make a difference. They'll still play in the next World Cup.
Yeah.
So whoever is taken out doesn't matter, you know. I'm just surprised to see Ukepi Lawrence. His name. So
Yeah.
No, his name.
Yeah. So our backline for the game, for those who don't know, we've got Mani at 10, Mapimpi 11, Andre and
Ranks.
Kanan centre pairing,
Yeah.
Kurtley Aronsa at 14, and Damien Phillips at 15. So I'm also happy to see him at 15.
Yeah.
To see what Damien
He can
has
do.
to offer should
15.
anything happen
And
to
All
him.
Blacks are in trouble. It's not the same Springbok they played last time. As I'm saying,
True.
All Blacks are in trouble. This is a different Springbok.
Yeah.
Fitter, bigger at 15. Because remember,
Yeah.
that they ran over Ovili at some point. Damien is bigger than Ovili at 15.
Yeah.
Plus, he receives the ball, it's quicker.
Yeah.
And he's stronger.
True.
So it's going to be quite an interesting game. They're going to have to put in the work to actually stop that back line.
Yo,
You know?
proper.
It's going to be a proper game. It's going to be a very, very, very interesting Friday. I think I'll be drunk by 1 o'clock. We'll see. I think I'll Uber home because I'm still working. I'm still busy with the
Because
gaming.
you said kickoffs off by 7.
Half past 7, and then
No,
we're busy with the
should be
thing.
home by then.
We're busy with the gaming segment on Fridays. We normally record at 4 o'clock on Friday, so I'll be recording the gaming.
Start,
So I think-
start 1 hour earlier.
Yeah, I think I think by 1 o'clock we'll start recording because I want to go home early and drink my Hennessy in the safety of my lounge. Hell,
Yeah, don't drink and drive.
don't drink and drive.
drunk
Go
at
home
home,
early. But with that being said, guys, please feel free to give us your opinions on the Weekend Guy podcast with Sihle. I'm the Weekend Guy. This is Sihle next to me. We have been here the entire last how many months now? It's been what?
I think we're going on to 3 months.
3
And
months.
we're growing,
Solid every
guys. We're
Monday.
growing,
Guys,
we're
please
pushing.
support us. Support the Weekend Guys. As much
Yeah.
as I'm the Weekend Guy, but there's Weekend Guys. The Weekend Guys show. Because everybody's a weekend guy. You watch
Indeed.
sports. As long as you're a guy or what they call female guys.
Female guys.
As long as you're a guy and a guy race, please feel free to support the Weekend Guy podcast and give us your opinions down below, guys. We look forward to getting your opinions. Look forward to engaging with you guys. We always respond to your opinions and comments. And those of you who enjoy the shows, hit us with a like, share our opinions. You know, it's World Cup time. So for those of you who've been consistently following us for the past 3 months, discussing, now there's no more talking now. The World Cup is here.
It is.
It's time to...
And also, sorry, I just had an epiphany, right? Guys is unisex.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
when we say
so-
weekend guys,
Everybody.
everybody.
In future, we will have everyone coming through. Looking forward to record the show at some point in front of a bigger crowd.
Yeah.
Getting some audience engagement involved. To our international subscribers, we see you guys. We appreciate your feedback in all our Weekend Guy podcast discussions.
Indeed.
But with that being said, say hi, say bye to the people, man.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys. Till next time.
Yay,
Peace. We out.
yay.